Hey, I'm back. Day 36 time. Get ready for 78th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy, so I have to tell you something. I contacted the artificial satellite and let humanity know about your decision. They have all the utmost respect for you. Once again, thank you. You are mankind's hope, our light in the darkness. We will never forget what you've done for us. Your names will go down in history. Glory to the Last Defense Academy and the Special Defense Unit. What's that got to do with what's happening here? This is crazy. If I'm left alone too long, I end up thinking about everything way too much. My head just fills with guilt and regret. Makes it too hard to work up the energy to get out of bed. I'm so tired and heavy. Maybe I'll take an easy day today. Maybe I'll take it easy today. After a little snooze, my eyes flickered open again. I wonder what time it is. I got out of bed and checked the clock. It's already past noon. Wow, I really slept in. I felt well rested, but also ravenous. Even with everything going on, my body still needed food. Maybe that was proof. If proof be needed that I was truly alive. I should head over to the cafeteria. Stores on this floor. Survey. We've put you through a heck of a lot, Sumino, but you made the right choice, and humanity will be eternally grateful to you for it. Okay, cafeteria. That's not ominous. Unsurprisingly, there's no one left in the cafeteria this late into the day. Wonder where everyone is. I set about filling the gaping hole in my stomach without anything I could get my hands on. Ah, you're finally awake. Shion, have you seen the others today? They're all taking some time to relax, not as much as you though. Yeah, the moment I let my guard down, I got really sleepy all of a sudden. There's nothing wrong with taking a little break now and then. Are you feeling any better now? I don't know if I'd say better exactly. It's more like now I've made my choices, things have clicked into place. We know what we have to do. We just have to see it through. There's no use thinking about it anymore. I think that's for the best too. How about you, Shion? Are you really okay with the choices we made? Well, I don't really know what it'll be like when I die, but I do feel sad when I think about how I won't be able to talk to you guys anymore. Huh. In a weird way, though, I don't feel any regret or fear. If anything, I'm proud that my life can be used to create a better future for all of you. You're all right with us using your life that way? I no longer have to live my old miserable life, just feeling my power drain away day after day. You've given me the chance to choose how I live and how I will die. My life was always going to be short, so getting to decide how I use it is a big deal for me. I have something I care about now, something I want to protect. That fact alone fills me with pride. That's how I feel about all this. Wow, you're strong, Shion. You are too, Takumi. Being forced to make a choice like yours would send people right over the edge. You know, where did you come from? I was minding my own business in my cage, but then I started to get hungry. After all that excitement yesterday, I will guess it's no wonder everyone forgot about feeding me. But how did you get out of the cage in the first place? You forgot to lock the door. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like you don't even care about me anymore. Don't worry, I'll head back there right after I get something to eat. Ado, do you still want to wipe out mankind? Huh? In Takumi's future, you absorbed my power and talked about going back to the satellite and killing everyone. You're not thinking about doing the same thing this time, are you? I have to admit, if I'd obtained power as great as yours, I doubt anyone could stop me from doing whatever I wanted. I could prevent the heartless massacre of innocent futurians and give humanity the punishment it so rightly deserves. But I won't. I promise not to cause any more trouble after all. Don't get me wrong, it's not because you reformed me. I still despise you with every fiber of my being. Yeah, I know you too well now to think you could ever change. Aha, what a sickening honor. With that final disdainful remark, Ado turned to leave. Well, I'll be going back to my cage. I can only stand to be around you so much before the urge to vomit becomes too much. Whatever you say. When he had gone, I spent a little more time with Shion before going on my way. I returned to my room to think about what to do next. I've still got some free time today, but I think I prefer to be alone. No use forcing myself to be productive. We've made our choice. We have our mission. We'll protect the school for what remains of these 100 days. Only a few more than 20 days left. We'll have to keep fighting until then. I decided to get an early night. Tomorrow, after all, will be a new day. Day 79. Up and after troops, time to rise and shine. Glory to the Special Defense Unit. Okay, time to get up. After resting up through most of the day yesterday, I was feeling better than I had in a long time. I wonder how the others are doing. How are they feeling? I don't want them to get too depressed about everything. Maybe I should go to the cafeteria and check on them. Even before I opened the door to the cafeteria, I heard intense shouts coming from the inside. Be gone from this planet, out with the demons. Yeah. Not today, demon. Out you go. What are you guys doing? Apparently it's a ritual to banish evil. Completely ridiculous if you ask me. The demon known as doubt resides in our heart, brother, and it must be exorcised. And this demon must have its head severed, exposed to sunlight, and its neck stuffed with soybeans. I'm stimulating that by focusing all my mental and spiritual energy on these beings. Out with the demons. Thank you, Moko. My heart feels lighter already. There's no way something like that actually works. Is Shio not here today? Creating that avatar seems to be using a lot of his strength. Coming by every day might be a little too much for him. I guess that makes sense. Anyways, we made our choice. All we gotta do now is psych ourselves up and get it done. You think so? There's still plenty of time for us to change our minds. Will you quit joining our conversations like you're still a regular member of our team again? You do hang out with us for an awful lot for someone who claims to hate our guts. Well, I did find out you're not the kind of humans I hate after all. Because we're actually Futurans, right? Very funny. Tell me, you don't hate humanity. Don't you hate humanity after what they've done to us? Are you going to let them off the hooks just like that? I wouldn't say hate exactly, but don't you want revenge? Wouldn't extinction be a fitting end for them? Edo, when you talk about humanity, who do you mean exactly? Huh? Is it the people who created us? The people who kidnapped Shion? What about the people who are working hard to support their families, or the little kids who have never seen a real sky above their heads? All of them just want to live. They all have to make sacrifices sometimes. That's also different from us and what we've been doing. Even you've made some tough choices for the sake of your own survival. And you don't even know any of the humans on the satellite. Can you really say you hate them all? Can you blame me? Those are the memories I was given. And now that we know the entire truth, Mr. Atsuki's hatred feels a lot more understandable. I only wish it didn't. My point is, I want to create a future where we can all be happy. That's why I decided to fight for humanity. That's what gives us a reason to fight. It's what gives us war meaning. I see, you really do have a strong heart, Takumi. I wish I could admire you more, but you just look so disgusting. Why does it have to be this way? Maybe these eyes of mine are really a defect. You know, I've always wanted to ask, what exactly do we look like to you, Edo? It's hard to put into words. Indescribably hideous monsters is about the best I can do. Just looking at you is enough to turn my stomach. Could you try drawing one of us, perhaps? I could, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd have to draw your bulbous, protruding eyes, your inflamed, sickly-looking skin, the holes oozing putrid liquid. Not to mention, I need to find a right way to decrypt the way your blood-curdling voice is cut right through me, like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, yeah, maybe don't do that. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That sounds like the almost perfect life for him. Is he still doing that? Edo left to go back to his cage, a strangely thoughtful look on his face. The rest of us finished breakfast and headed back to our rooms. Now then, what should I do today? I have to be prepared for when the time comes. Should just be like 1 or 2 people left for the gifts. Okay. Okay, it's just Hiruko. How much does wine cost is my question. Because I know she likes wine. Where is wine? There we go. Okay, this might be even worse. Yoga outfit, scented candle. Yoga outfit. Okay, yoga. Oh, yoga outfit's worse. Oh, that sucks. Scented candle's the best thing I got right now. Okay, let's just make another scented candle. Crafting complete. Woohoo! Bond up! It's maximized now. Now there's no reason to talk to any of these guys.
忌々しい真実ね。普通だらけの自分の境遇には嫌気がさしていたけど、まさかその全てが偽物だったなんて、いくら普通じゃないからって。こんなのは望んでいなかったわ。ただ、いつまでも落ち込んでいても仕方ないわ。ここからやれることを考えましょう。まだまだ人生は長い。 私たちはこれから何でもできるし、何者にでもなれるわ、スミノ。私たちみんなで共に歩んでいきましょう。
Relationship up. Your bond is now stronger. Get some shut-eye, you deserve to sleep. Day 80. Up and out, troops. Time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 80th day of active service. Glory to the Special Defense Unit, the hope of mankind. Better get going to the cafeteria. Oh, right side. Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice. We have just 20 days left. That is tight. Yep. We're gonna have to fight. Good morning, Takumi. You're just coming here every morning now, huh? Is this another one of your schemes to sow seeds of discord and destroy the team from the inside? I told you I'm done with that. Have a little faith. I do think it's about time we discern where your loyalties lie, Atsuki. Will you be fighting with the others to save humanity? Don't bother. After everything you've done, I could never trust you. Even if you say you changed, I know all too well what you're capable of. I refuse to set myself up for you to betray us again. I don't mind if you want to leave your cage, just so long as you don't cause any trouble, but I won't allow you to be back on the team. That's where I draw the line. Sir, I don't want you giving him his infuser again either. Whatever you say. I agree. Entrusting ourselves to someone who's already betrayed us once would be sheer folly. And we don't want him ruining everything and rendering Eva's sacrifice meaningless. Yeah, I think so too. That's fair. I don't think I could stand fighting alongside you repulsive creatures anyways. Alright, that attitude of yours is so annoying. I'm just going to ignore you from now on. If no one wants me here, I guess I'll go back to my cage. Sir, may I see you in the war room later? I have an idea I'd like to discuss with you. Oh sure, that's fine with me, but wait. You're not planning to destroy me again, take your infuser by force again. Please, give me some credit. Everyone would know it was me right away. It's just a little request I want you to consider. With that cryptic remark, Ado left the cafeteria. An idea, what's he up to this time? You better tell us if it's anything weird, sir. Of course, you keep forgetting I'm on your side. By the way, is Shion not coming today either? I miss him in his burning passion too. We don't have much time to spend with him. Truer words were never spoken. In another 20 days, our work here would be done and Shion would die. Nothing more to discuss. We finished breakfast and returned to our rooms. This is the first time that resting in bed is probably the best option. And these soldiers, it's time to hit the hay. Another day. Fine work, everyone. You've done well for the humanity's sake. It's already time for bed. Now that I'm on my own, I can't help but think about, well, everything. Is this really what we should be doing? Did I make the right choice? I know it's for humanity's future and ours too. That doesn't change the fact we're about to commit a major atrocity. I don't need anyone to tell me how terrible what we're doing is. I know we're not the heroes of this story, but we've made our choice. We'll walk this path together. Coming at them, troops. Glory to the Special Defense Unit. Day 81, we're getting closer and closer to 100. I know the happy ending I was hoping for isn't waiting for us anymore. But I still have to keep going. That's my decision and no one else's. I'll head to the cafeteria first. Everyone should be there. Okay, Shoma, what do you have to say? I don't have the capacity to make any decisions, nor do I have the right. That's why it really helps that you're making the choices around here, Takumi. I'll go along with anything you say. I'd end up lost and confused otherwise. I'm a spineless weakling like that. Sorry for spreading my fetid garbage breath everywhere. I guess I'll head to the cafeteria. Huh? No son of Ado. Sir, what did you two talk about yesterday? Huh? Nothing too important, but forget about it. We've only got 20 days left, so let's get fired up. How about it? We huddle. I'm not doing some lean-ass huddle. I'm not in the mood. I can't get myself to feel positive either. I'm still unsure if this was the right choice. I'm only doing this because we have to if we want to survive. I'm not in favor of this war at all. I figured we all felt that way. I see you're all still tormented by the truth. Then how about I scrub those memories of yours? Yeah, man, we ain't going to let you dick us around like that again. I know I keep doing this, but about Shion, is there really no way for us to save him? Well, you see, I told you, you don't have to worry about me. Shion, I'm happy I got to be friends with you all. That's enough for me. I accepted my fate, now you have to too. It'll only hurt more if you dwell on it. Okay, I get it, sorry. More importantly, since you decided to fight, it's better that you focus on that. Nexus is not a foe you'll be able to beat without putting your all into it. That's not even half of it. I'd say she's practically unbeatable. No, we could beat her. We'll find a way to win, or make one of our own. Well, what's certain is that she's a super tough baddie. We have to act more like we're about to fight the dead man himself. I'm sure you all have different opinions about this. After all, it's impossible to come to a consensus on what the fate of a whole planet should be. I'm sure you have different feelings about the humans who made you. But one thing is clear. You need to defeat VXness if you want to survive. So long as she is alive, there will be no future awaiting you. Let's all work together and take her down. I'll do what I can to help. Yeah, Shin's right. We need to focus on killing VXness first. We ain't going to beat her if we don't get our heads in the game. And how about the huddle? Go huddle yourself. Thank you, Shion. You're right. We shouldn't be hesitating. You've helped us leave some of our doubts behind us. Hello, I just wanted to help out a little. A little, he says. It's so reassuring to have him on our side. His words hit that much harder because of who he is. After that encouraging conversation, we finished up breakfast and went back to our rooms. It's just like Shion says, now that we decided to fight, we need to focus on that. Right now, VXness is a league stronger than she was last time. She's an impossibly powerful foe. All because I came back and made her stronger. But there's no use crying about it. I just need to use all the strength I have to defeat her. Who could it be at this hour? It's Ado. Hello, Takumi. May I have a moment of your time? Ado, what are you doing here? You don't need to put your guard up. I have a small request, that's all. There's something I'd like you to go out and get for me. I'll reward you, of course. Now then, what I need is... Hold on, don't you just railroad me into agreeing. Why should I do anything for you? I can't go out myself because I can't fight, and there's no one else I can ask except for our magnanimous team leader, is there? Please, I really need this. Won't you at least hear me out? I'll pay you back, I promise. I don't need anything from you. Stay right where you are. As long as you wish, I'll stay right here until you're back in my room. Is he just going to keep this up until I cave? Fine, whatever. I'll help. Thank you, Takumi. I always knew I could count on our team leader. But go wait for me in the cafeteria. You're just a nuisance here. Alright, here's what I want you to get for me. Black lenses and glasses frames. Simple, right? I'll wait for you to come back. I'm counting on you, Takumi. With that, Ado left my room with a great big smile on his face. Jeez, I can't believe I have to help that guy out from now on. But what choice do I have? The things he wants are easy enough to find. I should see if anyone wants to go with me and then head out. I just want plants and textiles. Let's get this over with. Skip the exploration mission. Thank you. You got black lenses. You got glasses frames. Okay, looks like I got everything he asked for. I better go back to the school. We went back our separate ways once we were at the school, and I headed to the cafeteria where Ado was waiting for me. Welcome back, Takumi. Did you find what I asked for? Yeah, this is it, right? As always, thank you. This is such a big help. What are you planning to do, and what are you planning on doing this for? Oh, there's something I want to make in the gift-o-matic. The gift-o-matic, what are you making? You don't have to be so suspicious. It's nothing that's going to hurt any of you. If it's going to harm anyone, I suppose it would be me. What? Anyways, thanks to you, I have everything I need, and my mind is made up. Made up about what? You're all going to be in the cafeteria tomorrow morning like always, right? You have to look forward to finding out then. I don't think I will, actually. Haha, don't say that. Just enjoy the surprise. Edo left the cafeteria with his usual faint grin plastered on his face. What's up with him? Exhausted from my conversation with Edo and all our searching, I spent the rest of the day in my room resting. Ding don don ding. A body has been discovered. Glory to mankind. Edo said something would happen in the cafeteria. I don't have a great feeling, but I should probably go to the cafeteria anyways. Good morning, Mr. Samino. Say, last night I saw Mr. Hatsuki and Suri sneaking around. I'm worried they might be plotting something, so I thought I'd better report to you. Now then, I have a new recipe to make in the cafeteria. Eito and Sir, eh? What are they doing in the cafeteria? Probably replacing his eyes with black lenses. There's no sign of Edo. Where's Edo? Don't tell me you're worried about him. Not just worried. No. By the way, Sir isn't here either. What's going on? At that very moment, Sir came into the cafeteria leading Edo by the hand. Sorry for the wait, soldiers. The wait. Why are you two holding hands? When did you two get so friendly with each other? It's not like that. He's just lending me a hand, as it were. You trying to look badass with those shades? Because you look kind of like a goof to me. Come on now. I went out of my way to make these with the gift-o-matic. Huh? Hold on, the gift-o-matic. Don't tell me you made me go exploring so you can make a pair of sunglasses. Of course I did. Of course I did all that for that. How long are you going to keep them on anyways? I think you're adorable, so you can take them off. Should I? I don't mind. But are you sure you're alright? Huh? What does that mean? Hey, Takumi, isn't Edo acting a little strange? Strange how? His reactions are off. Where is he looking exactly? Hey, Edo. Yeah, Takumi? And somebody's right. Something is off. His reactions are clearly different from yesterday. Hard looking with those sunglasses, but he doesn't seem to be looking me in the eye. Oh no. Edo, could you take those sunglasses off? I don't mind. I'm just worried you might not like what you see. There was nothing behind them. Nothing at all in the place where his eyes used to be. Just two gaping black holes. Edo, your eyes. Yeah, sorry to disturb you. I took them out. Took them out. Here, see for yourselves. I got my eyes out last night, all on my own. Pretty clean work, isn't it? I thought I'd hold on to them as a keepsake. Like a parent with a umbilical cord. What's wrong with you? You gouged them out? Edo put his sunglasses back on and responded in a calm tone. Exactly, so I wouldn't have to look at your ugly faces. That's the reason you blinded yourself? Why would you do that? Was looking at us that horrible of an experience? Oh yes, I couldn't stand it. Until now, I believed my eyes were righteous eyes that reflected the hideousness of mankind. But that was nothing more than false memories, just manufactured hatred. I knew it was all a lie, but so long as I had these eyes in my head, I couldn't help to loathe you. That's my only option to change that. Wait, so that's me? I'll give it to you straight. I want you to let me back on the team. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we're not falling for that. You're planning on stabbing us in the back later. Don't be ridiculous. I can't even see your back anymore. Am I supposed to laugh at that? By the way, I re-registered Atsuki to the Revival-matic after the defensive battle the other day. I also tweaked the settings so now that when he's arrived, he'll come back exactly the way as you see him now. He asked me to do that for him yesterday. That's what you're going to do with him? Even if Edo gets murked and comes back, he's not going to be able to see? That's an expression of my own commitment. Now they can't see your ugly visages. I don't have to hate you anymore. Well, you set me as your comrade once again. I genuinely do want to fight with you. Is he being serious? But why this all of a sudden? It's not all of a sudden. It's been on my mind ever since I found out the truth. Honestly, even before then. Ever since Takumi spared my life and took me back. Until now, I despised all of humanity, so I kept everyone at arm's length. I even killed my own family. Or so I was made to believe. I was made to believe that destroying mankind and all of its hideousness was my sacred duty. It was nothing more than a false motive born from false memories. My hatred, my righteous eyes, all of the suffering I felt spending time around ugly human beings. Every last second of it was a mere glitch. I can't stand it. What the hell are you doing? I felt empty. I'm sure all of you did too. But despite that, you got on your feet and started to move on. Even though you were betrayed and manipulated, you decided to fight for your comrades. I never imagined I'd feel this way, but it was beautiful to me. Beautiful. I had another thought too. Everything I've seen so far was entirely surface level. It'd be better for me to tear out my eyes. If I did, I wouldn't be able to see your innate beauty. So that's why you did that? By the way, I burned out my nasal muscula too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to bear the stench of you otherwise. This asshole can't be serious. Honestly, I still feel like humanity ought to be wiped out for all I care. If anything, those feelings have only grown. But I can still fight, if it's for all of you. I can bear humanity's sins and fight for my beautiful comrades, who are in turn fighting for each other. It seems although I once hated you, I've actually grown to love you. Oh my god, you can't just confess like that. So I'll ask you once more. Allow me to rejoin the team and be your comrade. I want to fight alongside you for what little time remains. Look at me, what do we do? How do you think he's lying if he's so resolved that he gouged out his own eyes? This is still the person who got in bed with the enemy. You know, there's no telling how things might shake out. Right, it's clear now that we're not human, but what reason would Ado have to hate us, besides me being a dweeb, I mean? We're trying to save humanity, though. You can't be serious. That freaking psycho ripped out his own dang eyeballs. If we consider our upcoming battle with BXs, the more fighters we have, the better. Screw that, I ain't getting behind this. I don't trust that freak. Hey now, let's not argue. How about we listen to the opinion of our team leader now? But can we think very hard about whether we could really trust him? He did kill me, apparently. I'd rather not be murdered again. I understand that. Make sure you make your decision wisely. Well, Takumi, will you let me rejoin you? Well, I'll say no, because that's the wrong answer. Yes is definitely the right answer. You can't go on a forgiveness route and expect it to go poorly when you completely forgive him. So I'll reject him because the answer is to approve him. Sorry, but yeah, you don't have to spell it out. What? My other senses have been greatly heightened now that I lost my sense of sight. I don't know what you're going to say next, just from your general vibe. I can also sense how agonizing this decision is for you, so enough is enough. You don't have to say it anymore. I'm not interested in putting you in yet another painful position. Who could blame you for not wanting me to join, right? Those glitch memories embedded in me may have been the root cause, but it doesn't change the fact that I chose to do what I chose to do. But you destroyed your eyes too. I did it because I wanted to, and not to garner sympathy. I knew something like this wasn't enough to gain your trust. I knew it wouldn't make us conveniently friends again. I knew all of this, but I still couldn't stop myself from holding out hope. I may lie to people on the outside, but I never lie to myself. It goes against my nature. Now that that's been settled, if you allow this public nuisance to beat a hasty retreat. Retreat where? You're going to leave with your eyes like that? Invaders will get you. Your ugly concern is more gratifying, but there's no need to spare me any. Like I mentioned, my other senses have been greatly heightened. I expect no issue handling any invaders that come along. Also, this won't be my first time leaving the academy. I probably know more about the outside world than any of you. It's too dangerous. Just because I don't want you on the team doesn't mean I want you to leave the whole school. If you promise to stay in your cell and not to interfere with us, you could stay. Have you forgotten what this facility was built for, the special defense unit? It's no place for someone who doesn't belong. Am I right, sir? Atsuki is correct. Anyone not recognized as an ally is naturally viewed as a dangerous element. Element that can only work to our detriment and never to our benefit. Therefore, he must leave. That makes it easier for me to get over my feelings too. And now that I no longer have to put up with your unbearable voices and smell, that little piece of chicken shit, always the same right down to that, huh? I shall be responsible for seeing you off. I expect you haven't gotten used to your newfound blindness yet and may need a little help getting around. That's my duty and obligation as your commanding officer. The commanding officer has spoken, the rest of you can stay put. Not like I can see your hideous mugs if you did come. Besides, there's something I need to speak about in private with sir before I leave. With me, if you don't mind, consider it my last wish. Very well, you may tell me along the way. You are still considered a member of the Special Defense Unit while on school grounds. Thank you. Very much obliged. This is my goodbye forever, you miserable peaks. You may not think me sincere when I say this, but I pray from the bottom of my heart that you will win this war. Good luck. He's going to kill sir. After that, under Survey's guidance, I made my way carefully through the last defense academy in total darkness. For a few days worth of rations as a farewell gift with me. Wow. This is surprisingly thoughtful coming from someone who really only cares about victory. Manifestation of guilt for embedding those glitches into my brain. The defects were inevitable. The brain, especially the human brain, is a complicated organ no one completely understands yet. It was no mean feat getting everyone combat ready with the limited time and resources available to us. There was no time for multiple rounds of tests or verifications, although we did conduct an endless amount of simulations. Yet even with that, out came someone like me. I don't know what to call this, but destiny. After Sir and I finished talking, I left Last Defense Academy behind. I remained cautious of my black darkened surroundings as I moved through the city ruins, using my feet to feel the rubble. Although I had proudly declared that I could handle myself, moving around in total darkness was still mentally straining. Darkness, darkness, darkness. Everywhere I went, I was greeted by pure, unadulterated darkness, with not a speck of light to be found. I couldn't be sure what was on the road ahead of me. Did anyone come see me off, even though I said there was no need? Maybe someone watched me walk away from the school until they couldn't see me no more. No, that's not possible. What am I hoping for? No one cares about me. I'm nothing but a traitor, bugged to betray. But then, this terrible defect reflected the repulsiveness of its creator, mankind itself, and I was equally repulsive for allowing them to leave me by my nose the whole time. But by the time I realized that, it was way too late for me to do anything about that. Personally, I'd rather they not feel a single shred of guilt, even if anything should happen to me. They didn't chase me out. I decided on my own that I would leave. Although Sir had given me directions wandering through the ruins without sight, I couldn't tell for the life of me whether I was going in the right direction. But if I wanted to keep going, I had to put faith in the path I had drawn up in my mind. Also, there was one thing keeping me going. I wanted to witness how things would turn out for the others on day 100. They were special to me, even if we didn't manage to become friends. To someone like me who used to be disgusted at the mere thought of having to coexist with hideous humans, I now knew those were fake memories implanted into me. Still, these were people who I'd spent a staggering amount of time. Even after discovering they were actually empty inside, that everything had been built on lies, they still chose to support each other and blaze a trail through destiny. There was nothing we could trust, nothing we could leave on. Fake memories, fake goals, fake backgrounds, fake families, fake friends, fake love, and fake hatred. Empty vessels made of fabricated falsehoods. That was all we were. What could such people even believe in? Yet they chose to believe in each other and fight for each other in the end. The revolting appearance, smell, and voices still disgust me to no end, but the feeling of camaraderie they shared was as real as they came. Watching them had made me forget all I'd done and start wishing I could be part of that too. But they weren't naive. Catching my eyes as a show of commitment was never going to be enough to convince them to let a repeat traitor like me onto the team. I'd been ready to face rejection, but deep down for a short, fleeting moment, I entertained the thought that they might forgive me after all. Such an indulgent thought that was. When had I become so naive? But now was not the time to dwell on such thoughts. I had to focus on walking. I'd arrive somewhere as long as I kept going. What I could do now was keep walking and pray that I'd eventually reach the second campus. Pray? No God will listen to the prayers of an empty shell like me. Phew. Darkness clung to me. From the skies above to the ground below, all I could see was unadulterated darkness. No gradients, no flickering, just plain blackness. I read in a book that humans invented fire out of fear for the darkness of the night. When I read that, I mocked them as weaklings in my mind. The birth of fire led to the birth of war. Humans would burn themselves up in the very fire they sought. There would have been peace had they not created such a thing and simply endured the darkness of night. How weak and hideous. I remember thinking that once. Now, however, I knew how wrong I was. It was not that they feared the night or failed to endure the darkness. They were afraid to not have the light by their side, for light represented hope itself. These eyes of mine would never see the light again. Why was I feeling sad about that when I utterly despised everything I saw in this world? Oh, this place. After a few days of non-stop walking, I stepped into a facility that felt all too familiar to me. Right, it would appear that I managed to reach second to last defense academy after all. To be honest, I was beginning to wonder if Sir had deliberately given me wrong directions. I guess he's not as wicked as I had imagined. I naturally drifted in the direction of the cafeteria once I was inside. The layout of the school was almost exactly the same as the other one, like I had been told. This place would shield me from the elements as I waited out the remaining days. There would be no more fighting. I only had to wait here in safety until the missiles were launched and everything was over, but there were more than 10 days left. I'd have to live in darkness until then, or there was a faster way to end things. I opened the heavy bag I'd been carrying and traced my finger along what was inside. I knew what it was, even though I couldn't see it. An undying flame bomb Sir had developed. Activated using hemoanima and not powerful enough to take down VXness. This miniatured version was still more than capable of reducing a human body to ashes. Skin, bones, hair, everything would disappear. If VXness comes for you, I'd like you to use this before she absorbed her cryptoglobin. That's what Sir said before he handed it to me. However, I was still not able to discern his true agenda. Did he really want me to blow myself up and take out VXness with me? Or was he simply giving me a tool to euthanize myself like an animal? There you are. I ran my fingers over the detonator. Everything would end when I pressed this button while infusing hemoanima to it. I'd be free from it all. Free from my fake memories, hatred, empty existence. Free from the man called Eito Atsuki. Press it, come on. That's all you have to do. Why can't you just press it? My finger wouldn't respond, no matter how loudly or harshly I berated myself. Even though I knew pressing the button was all I needed to do to be freed from this plane, I still couldn't do it. Wanting to witness how things turned out for the Special Defense Unit was merely an excuse. The actual reason I couldn't do it was because when I realized what this feeling was, I had to laugh despite myself. I was afraid, fearful, spooked, daunted, anxious, just scared stiff. Death frightened me, even when I had nothing to live for. How could I not laugh at the irony of that? Death was no different from a life without purpose, yet I feared it. I put the bomb on my floor, my hands trembling. Then I sat down on the floor and leaned against the wall. As I did, the fatigue from the few days of walking got me, and I felt groggy all of a sudden. My consciousness disconnected in the silent darkness. Wouldn't it be nice if death visited me now, so that I would simply slip into eternal slumber and never to awaken again. But no, I would never be allowed to enjoy such a peaceful end. What was that? An unfamiliar voice screaming. I knew something was wrong when I woke up to that. I could always pretend like nothing had happened, but my feet was already moving in the direction of the screams. I ran into the schoolyard and focused my hearing on what was happening outside the school. I could hear multiple sets of footsteps getting closer, and since I couldn't see their exact location, I simply waved in the general direction of the sounds. Over here, I kept waving. That seemed to work. The frantic footsteps became louder and louder. I raised my hands to indicate I wasn't holding any weapons. As I did, the approaching group stopped a distance from me. They were painted hard as if they had been running for a long time. Wait a minute, who are these people? Definitely not the Special Defense Unit. Are they natives of this planet? Are we being chased by whom? Nobody answered me. I don't even know if we spoke the same language. Couldn't have been Takumi or the others chasing them, so invaders. You can hide here if you want. This place was destroyed a little while ago. It's unlikely anyone will come looking for you here. The cafeteria is stocked with more than enough food for all of us. The mystery group wasn't moving. I didn't even hear them whispering among themselves. They were probably communicating with each other non-verbally. Or maybe they were deciding who would get to attack me first. After all, to the natives of the planet, I was an invader. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm blind. I don't know how many of you there are, and obviously we won't be able to attack you. Still no response. Anyways, I'm heading back inside. Follow me if you intend to hide here. One step ahead, one step at a time, went further into the building with a hand on the wall, taking care to use a route that could not be seen from the outside. Finally, I found myself back in the cafeteria with the mystery group in tow. This place should be safe. You can eat anything you find here. Where's the bag? I remember I left it here. Something heavy fell on my lap. Someone placed something there. I gingerly touched it. It was my bag. You found it for me? I then put the bag on my shoulder so that I would never lose again. I heard the sound of rummaging for food. It didn't seem like they were interested in attacking me for now. It was likely that they would leave once the enemies they were after went away. Then I would be back to waiting for day 100, all alone, so that I could witness the ending that everyone had made for themselves. Sometime later, I heard the sound of a can being opened. I guess they decided to eat the food that was here. They sat a cautious distance away, but were close enough to keep an eye on me. I hoped they got to eat something they liked at least. Since I couldn't see, I couldn't even choose the kind of food I wanted. That reminded me of the 5 cans of pickled fish I had to eat in a row last night. I inadvertently nodded off, even though I hadn't been feeling particularly sleepy, unless I fell asleep while being surrounded by an unknown number of natives. Perhaps it's because I felt no animosity from them. I could sense they were friends as they cuddled closely together to eat and rest in this unknown place. Maybe they were sharing their favorite foods with each other. Maybe they were exchanging jokes with each other so quietly I couldn't hear. Whatever it was, the atmosphere was like a comfortable blanket over my body, warming me up and making me sleepy, like someone I once had myself, up until a short while ago. How did I not realize sooner what a beautiful thing that had been? Later that night. Someone was shaking my shoulders. I sensed I had been surrounded by a few people who were looking down on me. What is it? Why are you here? It was the voice of a child, a young girl who seemed to be 89. Native of this planet, a future child. Thinking back, I realized I'd never met anyone from this planet before, neither during my defensive battles nor when I was VXness. Had they been isolated from the war? Maybe it was a shelter of sorts like the Tokyo residential complex. Why are you alone? The girl asked again. Since she was speaking as the representative, they were likely a group of children. I could sense the weariness in her tone of voice. It was as if it was a Turd's cross-examination, and my response would determine the next course of action. Well, one thing led to another, and I wasn't allowed to stay with my friends anymore. That's why I came here by myself. Why? What happened? I did something bad and ended up hurting the others. That's why I can't stay with them anymore. Upon hearing me say something bad, the girl took one step back in an astute decision. Were you forced out? No, I went away of my own free will. It was so like Takumi to say that. In fact, his words made me waver for a brief moment. I wanted to cling to those words, to selfishly feel like I had been forgiven, but it was pointless for me to stay. I didn't belong there. I could never ever forgive myself for doing the unforgivable to them. That's why I had to leave. You can't go back anymore? No, I can't go back anymore. That's why I'm here. What were you? Were you chased by something? We can't go back either. Why not? Because we broke our promise. I didn't know what the other futurists looked like, having only seen the commanders, but it seemed like they felt sadness the same way we did. What promise did you break? We were told not to go outside, but we went anyways because we thought we'd be okay. But we got lost and ended up in an unfamiliar place. Monsters kept chasing us, and we got further and further away from home. And that's how you ended up here? I think she must have nodded. There were other people living on this planet besides the commanders and the invaders. At the very least, these children probably had nothing to do with the war. Since they were being pursued, they were likely targets as well. They were targets even though they had no way of fighting back, unlike us. You don't know how to get back? No. There should be a map somewhere in this facility. If you find it, you should be able to find a way back home. I wish I could help you look for it, but as you can see, I won't be very helpful in that department, so feel free to look for it yourselves. The children other than the girl in front of me immediately scattered about in all directions, likely taking my advice to look for the map. There had to be a map somewhere around here, since maps were indispensable for warfare. They would surely find one if they split up, and once they did, they were likely to depart by tomorrow, leaving me alone to wait for the end by myself. I heard the soft thud next to me, an indication that the girl in front had moved to sit next to me. She was so close I could touch her if I just stretched my hand out. You're being way too trusty here, Missy. Or perhaps she felt Like I possessed no danger because I couldn't see. No chance of forgiveness? Oh, you mean me? Yeah, aren't you sad you can't go back? No, it's too late for me. Why? Good question. Because the mistakes I made were too big to be atoned for. Nobody will forgive me. That's why I can't go back. Okay. Maybe we won't be forgiven too. She wondered out loud while eating her food. Not being able to make it back home was not the only worry on these children's minds. They also feared that, like me, they wouldn't be allowed back into the fold again. I could immediately think of a number of encouraging statements I gleaned from the books that I read. But I'd be lying to them, something I was averse to do to these children. But that also meant I had nothing comforting to say to her, being someone unforgiven myself. And then I simply kept quiet, and she too said nothing more after that. When the children who had gone searching returned, they huddled back together. Their whispering voices eventually became softer and softer until everyone fell asleep. With a hand on the bomb in my lap, I eventually felt drifted into slumber as well. The next morning. Wake up. Huh? I jolted awake when I felt my arm tugged on. What happened? Come with us. The children were already awake, but something was clearly wrong. They panicked as they had been when they first came here. They pulled me outside so I could see Last Defense Academy. I felt the wind on my skin. I could also feel the scent of blood with it. Look there. I'm sorry, I can't see. I felt her hand that had been following me along suddenly let go, as if she'd forgotten I was blind. Could you describe what's going on? The monsters are coming this way. I think they realized there were people here. How many? Too many to count. Some of the children were shouting while others were trying to calm themselves down. Some started crying and others got angry. No one expected this to happen. They left their homes without thinking too deeply about the consequences. It never crossed their minds that leaving was tantamount to breaking their promise. Now they regretted it. They wished they never left. Now that they were facing the grim reality of death, they were starting to give up. They resigned themselves to the possibility they might die without ever being forgiven. Did you find it? What? The way home? Yes, we found a map, but there's no point. We still can't go back. Why not? Because the monsters, or because you might not be forgiven for breaking your promise? The answer perhaps is a little bit of both. How about this? I'll hold those monsters back and you guys run away once you find an opening. That isn't going to work. You can't fight. Hey, you give me too little credit. I'm actually pretty strong. I even have a weapon, but you can't see. I'll make it work somehow. Anyways, can you do what I just said? But we broke our promise. Everyone must be mad at us. The sound of rumbling and stomping became louder and louder as we spoke. I didn't need to use my enhanced hearing to know this was clearly a larger army. Not as many as the ones we faced in our defensive battles, but more than enough to cause a group of helpless children to despair. I was running out. I had to convince these children. Listen, I won't say everything will be fine. That would be really irresponsible of me, since I have no idea if you'll be forgiven for what you did. Instead, I'll tell you something I want you to remember. Words from the bottom of my heart, from a person whose life is based on made-up memories, goals, and grudges. Feelings I haven't been able to convey until now. Forgiveness isn't something dispensed on the spot, but based on the actions you choose to take after the mistake. So the most important thing is what will you do from now on. So, if you want forgiveness, work hard to gain it instead of dwelling on your mistakes. While there's still time for you to redeem yourself. What do we do from now on? I took out my infuser and drove it into my chest. There are likely no commanders among the approaching storm. I could take down a group of minions on myself. Now go. What about you? I said go. The strategy of mine wouldn't work. Next thing I heard was heavy stomping, indicating the invaders were marching. I gripped my weapon tightly and waited for them to get close. They would be pleasantly surprised to find me here. It's quite likely they'd prefer to hunt a planet invader over native children. Those children wouldn't be pursued. They'd be safe as long as I kept enemies here. Oh, here goes nothing. I could sense my class weapon tearing the enemy apart with one swing. Okay, let me follow up with that. Well, this is a shame. I thought I would have lasted longer than this. I'd underestimated the sheer force of their numbers. The school invaders lunged at me as one when I left myself open after an attack. The class armor protected me, but it had its limits. If my data had been removed from the revive-matic again, I would be killed if I continued fighting, but I couldn't let them kill me. They would continue chasing the children if they did. I had to take out every last invader here and now if I wanted the children to be safe. But why? Just my pride, I suppose. Even I had my pride. Ending a defective life by using it to protect someone else wasn't that bad of an idea. Although my efforts to gain forgiveness came a tad bit too late, I was still a former member of the Special Defense Unit. That said, I also knew I was fighting a losing battle. At my current strength, I couldn't fight this many enemies at once. I couldn't even be proper bait or stall for time. Only one thing left to do then. Now you've done it. The invaders surrounded me, now defenseless, and started battering me with all their might. Excruciating pain rippled through my body despite the protection of my class armor. I thought I might lose consciousness before death paid me a visit. The weight on top of me became heavier and heavier. More invaders were piling on me, so that they might kill me. That'll do just fine. It's time. The answer to your question is yes, that's indeed possible, but what would be the point? Very well, I assume I get to choose which memories to implant. Even though All that does is deepen the emptiness in your heart. Well, I certainly won't stop you if that's what you want. I would prefer you to become a proper warrior asset instead of whatever this is. That is my honest opinion. I asked her for a favor back then. She took me to the infirmary and carried out the requested procedure. Memory manipulation. At first I thought about asking him to erase all my memories. Everything would be gone. Sadness, anger, everything. It was only right for me to die as my own self. My own buggy, corrupted, defective self. I was the burden I had to bear until the bitter end. So I made that selfish request. For non-existent memories. Memories of me having a great time with everyone. While being aware of the duplicity of the memories, that they were all lies. Yet, here I was right now, surrounded by warmth and happiness I felt back then. Everyone, it's unfortunate I won't be able to witness how things turn out for you, but I am praying for your victory. No, actually, I'm praying for your happiness from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's sweet. Goodbye, Edo Route. Praying for your happiness. So the reason why he's an actual ally is because he made himself that way. It's actually kind of sweet. Sorry, I went to get water and eat something. Okay, Edo, I'm going to trust you for one last time. Thank you. It means a lot to me just to hear that. Wait a second, Takumi, are you real? Like, for real? You're going to trust this creep? At least his commitment is genuine. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone to these lengths. I think you went a little too far, personally. But if I didn't do this, I'd be too focused on your hideous external appearance. There's not much I can do about my hearing, so unfortunately, your voices are still grating to me. How dare you slander my mellifluous voice? Understood. I'll remain in my cage until I'm needed. To show my gratitude, I'll even take care of cleaning the school. I'll even clean your bathrooms if you like. No, thank you. At any rate, I'm glad to be back. I'll do everything I can to be useful. But you mind if I rest you for today? My eye sockets still hurt. Go ahead. I'll clean out Suki's smushed eyeballs off the floor. Don't remind me, I still can't believe you did that. Please excuse the mess. It was a heat of the moment thing. I never would have thought we'd been fighting alongside Ado again. At least we don't have to worry about him turning on us this time, I think. I have to stop dwelling on Ado. I should figure out what I'm going to do today instead. Eddie, it's time to hit the hay. Another day of fine work, everyone. You've done well. Okay, whatever. Another day gone. The impact of his insane actions this morning hit way too hard. I hope I don't dream about them. Day 83. Up another troops, get ready for your 83rd day. For humanity tomorrow, glory to the Special Defense Unit, glory for all mankind. Winning already? Whenever I close my eyes, the image of Ado flashed into my mind, so I didn't get a lot of sleep. Did we do the right thing by accepting him? I'm not so sure anymore. Well, nothing I can do about it now. I better get to the cafeteria. Oh, Takumi, good morning. Did you sleep yesterday? I hardly got a wink. Every time I remembered what Ado did to himself, I woke up. Oh god, no, I'm thinking about it again. I sure hope I can keep my food down today. The moment I stepped into the cafeteria, a beaming smile greeted me. Oh, Takumi, good morning. I was just thinking you were due to show up soon. How do you know it was me? Are you sure you can't see? I must just be getting used to being blind. I used to walk around with my eyes closed when I didn't want to see anyone, so I knew I had something of a head start. I suppose that was only an inflated memory, but it certainly felt real to me. Well, that's okay. Whatever you believe is the truth, even if it's a lie. Nobody wants to hear that from you. Unfortunately, my nasal membranes have healed on me. I can smell the stench of rotting garbage smeared in spoiled milk coming from all of you again. I'll just have to make a point of burning them off regularly. Anyways, I want you to know I'll do anything for you hideous people. How about I'll bring you all breakfast in the morning? You don't mind, do you? Of course we mind. I already let him get mine. Ato's special selection is pretty good. I'll be alright without breakfast. I can't trust my murderer with my meals. I ain't about to let myself get poisoned either. Screw this, I'm gonna eat in my room alone. I'll attack tomorrow. I'm going to eat in my room too. Me too. I'm so worked up today I don't think I eat anything anymore. Anything anyways. Watch your back, Takumi. Don't go trusting this guy so easily. The five of them left the cafeteria without another word. Well, that's a fair reaction. You really shouldn't trust a proven traitor. You're not the person I want to hear that from. Anyways, I'll bring breakfast for the rest of you, so take a seat if you will. I'll do it, Ado. Even if you're already used to being unable to see, carrying everyone's meal is a tall order. It's quite alright. You can sit down too, Nozomi. Allow me. Practically humming, Ado made his way straight to the Rashinomatic. He worked so efficiently, it was hard to believe he couldn't see. I don't like this. I better keep an eye on him. Ado sure is in a good mood. Honestly, I get why they don't trust him. It's barely been a day. It's hard to know how to react to all of this. But there's nothing weird in this food. I don't know what this half-raw thing is, but it's pretty good. Oh, Miss Shatsuki gave me that too. The smell is intense. What if it is? I think you'd like it a bit better if it was a bit more salty sweet. Isn't it a little flavorless? There's something nostalgic about it. Is it the taste of table scraps? I knew we should have stopped him. Then when I stood up, it happened. Hey, Atsuki, you're cutting your own finger. Oh, I thought I felt something tingling. Alright, the bread is soaked in blood. Whatever. Let's just call it a new kind of jelly. I told you it was a bad idea. Sorry for the trouble. Just stay put. This isn't getting us anywhere. I know you wanted everyone to accept you, but still. So we know disruption and teamwork could be our death now. Help Atsuki get settled in, okay? Huh? Why me? You're the one who decided to let him join, right? And you're a team leader. And we can't just let him flounder like this. He was cleaning the school this morning and broke a ton of stuff. Thank you for your help, team leader. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. After everything he's done, getting the others to trust him will be no small feat. We left Sir to patch up Ado and return to our rooms. Letting Ado rejoin the team was my decision, so I can't just let things fester. Maybe I could plan some event where Ado and the others could open up to each other? I guess I'd better talk to our resident event expert then. I doubt he'll jump at the chance, but I might as well try. Oh, see, Takumi, what do you want? I need your advice about something. Can we talk? Alright, what a pain. Whatever, get in here. Gaku reluctantly waved me in and stepped into his room. Well, it's filthy in here and it reeks. Usually I only let girls in here, so none of the girls would come in here, not even if their lives depended on it. So what did you want to ask me about? It's like this. Huh? An event for Ado? Yeah, no, right. Yeah, right. No freaking way. Why would I do anything for that trainer? Well, I figured you'd say that. But I don't know what else to do, and you're good with this, so you're really the only one I could count on. Me, I'm your only hope. Or perhaps that's how I could get him on board. Exactly. Who else can I ask to handle something so important? It's gonna be a guy everyone loves and counts on to bring the party. None of the others would have the charisma to put on an event like you do, Gaku. Oops, was that too much? Well, why didn't you say so, my man? I got charisma to spare. Got him. Like shooting fish in a barrel. I'll come up with something. Can you bring me some stuff to work with? You need material? Sure. What do you need? For now, a grill, charcoal, and gas canister, I guess. I'll let you know if there's anything else. Dang, dude, you guys are hopeless. You can't even have a little shindig without your boy Gaku. Right, I appreciate it. I never imagined Gaku would buy into the idea that easily. Well, I'll leave the rest to him while I'll go get the materials he needs. Oh, Takumi, what are you doing? If you have a moment, I could use your help. I'm just thinking about holding a tasting party. I've come up with all kinds of new recipes. Sorry, I have something to do. I'll pass. Oh, that's too bad. That's pretty bad timing. Huh, that smell, isn't it you, Takumi? What are you doing here, Adel? I thought I'd wait here in case someone needed to explore outside so I could lend him a hand. But you... Oh, don't worry. Sir gave me an infuser. I can fight with you guys for real now. You must be making a strange face. I can tell even without seeing you. More importantly, are you going exploring? Take me with you. Last time I went outside the school with you, you ambushed and abandoned me in a wasteland. I did? Maybe I mistook you for an invader. I won't make that mistake again, so just relax. I want to help make up for everything I've done by helping you now. Fine, but if you do anything weird, I'm ditching you. Thank you, Takumi. You're so nice. Too nice, even. Sheesh. Ikoka. I might actually just So what's our objective? Are you looking for anything in particular? Yeah, I'm looking for a grilled charcoal gas canister. I don't think they'll be too hard to find. Then I'll look with you. Oh wait, I don't have any eyes. I can't look for anything. Are you trying to be funny? That's kind of a hard bit for me to play off. I wonder if combat's any different with him blind now. Nice, I can skip it. You got a grill. You got charcoal. You got a gas canister. I mean, that means we have everything you were looking for, right? Yeah, we better head back. It was nice to breathe fresh air again after so long, even if it's air from the ruins destroyed by humanity's war of conquest. Did you really need to remind me of that? Shoot, walking around blind is more exhausting than I thought. That's a typo, I think. Pardon me, I'm going to head back to my cage. Good night, Takumi. See you tomorrow. Edo left with a grin on his face. He really did help me. He's got a mile-long rap sheet, but maybe I could put some faith in him after all. I better get some rest too. I could always give stuff to Gaku tomorrow. Exhausted from my exploration, went back to my room to sleep. Up and out of the troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 84th day of active service here at Lost Defense Academy. For humanity's great tomorrow, for our shining future, for the school, stand tall with your comrades and step up to the challenge of mankind's most difficult mission. Glory to the Special Defense Unit. Glory to mankind. Day 84, the end isn't too far off now. When will VX's attack and how large of a force will she bring with her? These past few days have been peaceful and calm, but it also feels eerie. We've come this far. We'll just have to figure it out. I better give my loot from yesterday to Gaku. Oh, Takumi, are you busy? If you have a moment, I need your help. Oh, same thing as yesterday. Tasting party. Yo, Takumi, come on in. As urgent, I step inside Gaku's grubby room. Well, how do you go? Do you get what I asked? Yeah, this is everything, right? Quickly handed Gaku everything I found the previous day. Yeah, that's stuff, not bad. You didn't waste any time. Next up, I need a saw and lumber. I'm counting on you. Huh? There's more? Why are you griping? I'm racking my brains here for party ideas because you asked me to. So let's wind and get more gathering materials for my big event. Okay, I'm going. The late bird doesn't get the worm. It gets scolded for its bad work ethic. Hurry up. I heard you the first time. Man, I'm only doing this because Sir told me to get everyone to trust Edo. I had a quick breakfast to fuel up and decided to set off again. When my resolve firmed up, I made my way to the entrance hall. Yo, is that you, Takumi? I kind of expected it, and sure enough, Edo was here again. Are you going outside again? Take me with you. I'm always on the lookout to make myself more useful to everyone. I've done most of the cleaning today, and I've already been banned from serving in the cafeteria. I'll come to you even if you refuse me. I'll follow your scent to the end of the world. Okay, fine, you can help me. Thank you, Takumi. As much as I loathe you, I'm starting to like you more and more with each passing day. Ikoka. What are you looking for today? A saw and lumber. I don't think any of those would be too far to find either. They don't have any sort of scent though, so I won't be able to find them. I'll help however I can, but you have to take care of the actual searching. Yeah, that was my plan from the start. You got lumber. You got saw. Now we have the saw and lumber we need. Impressive, Takumi. Yeah, whatever. Let's get back to the school. It's so fun going out with a friend like this, almost like a picnic. I can't see the city humanity destroyed, so I'm imagining it as a beautiful field as we walk. It always takes things too far, so it's hard to have a normal conversation with him. Phew, I'm glad we made it back in one piece, but it really wears on my nerves going out when I can't see. I'm going to go ahead and rest now. That was fun, Takumi. Was it? Weird. He seemed like he really meant that. The Edo I'd been spending the past few days with isn't the Edo I once knew. The guy who pretended to be kind so he could trick us. The guy who later showed us how insane he was. The guy who hated humanity so much that he joined the invaders. The Edo here now isn't any one of those. I've never seen this side of him before. I still can't forgive him for what he's done, but Edo is clearly changing, growing into a different person than the one who betrayed us. Maybe I really can put my trust in him. Despite myself, I couldn't get Edo out of my mind, and I fell asleep while thinking about him. Glory to mankind. Okay, I better get the stuff I collected over to Gaku. You don't secretly hate my food, do you? You tell me if you did, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, the dialogue did change. What's wrong? I hurried and opened the door. I hurried up and flung the door to go inside. I got you good, dude. You should have seen your face. It was priceless. Jeremy pulled the same prick on me way back. I've been wanting to pay for it to someone else ever since. Hey, did you remember me what I asked for? You got it all? Yeah, here. I brusquely shoved everything I gathered into Gaku's hands. There you go. Not bad. You're starting to impress me. I realize I've been giving you too much credit. Okay, I'll take it from here. The event's going to pop all the way off, man. What are you planning anyways? Oh, come on. The event's this special. Gotta be surprised. It'll be fine. Just trust the process. I promise. Everyone will have a blast. Okay, the rest is in your hands then. With that, I left Gaku's room. It's going to be a grill. I guess I've done what I need to do. The rest is up to Gaku, so I guess I'll go to the cafeteria for now. Welcome, Sumino. Good morning to you. Morning. Where's Edo? Takamaru and the others are being so mean. They chased Edo out of the cafeteria and told him not to come back until he was done cleaning. Huh? You threw him out? What do you expect me to do? The asshole can't be trusted. I respect his decision to fight beside him if I must, but I'm not going to forgive him like that. Even during battle, I'll act assuming he's the enemy. It's entirely possible that you might still have some connection with them. With the invaders, I really doubt that. But it has happened that we really doubted before. I don't want any more nasty surprises. If Edo wanted to betray us, I think he would have done it already. Like, when we were all depressed after finding out the truth, he could have easily attacked then. I strongly agree with Kaku on this. I doubt he would have crushed his own eyeballs just to deceive us. He probably crushed me like a cockroach under his heel instead. I didn't trust him either, but over the last couple of days, I've been thinking, stop it, you're free to believe him all you want, but the least you can do is let us have our doubts. Or are you planning on exercising your rights as team leader to deprive us of even that? That's rich coming from you. When you were team leader, you were practically a dictator. Well, that's long in the past now. We only have 15 days left. We shouldn't be falling apart now. How about a nice, tight little huddle? We're not doing that. Give it a rest. We really are coming apart. I wonder if it was a mistake to let Edo join us after all. We only have so much time. Just 15 days now, for better and for worse. I shouldn't dwell on things I can't control. I'd be better off getting prepared for the next battle. Rest in bed. Time will pass. Rest in bed. Time will pass.
Minna, 就寝時間だよ.
Another day. Good night, everyone. Another day is done. Time for bed. Time goes by 1 hour at a time. It's so calm and eerie, really eerie. In any case, preparing for the next battle includes getting enough rest. I need to hit the sack. I close my eyes and let my consciousness fade into sleep. I'm gonna have to troops time to rise and try to get ready for the 86th day. Glory to Interpol. I better get up. Or maybe I'll stay in bed for just a little longer. So for the love of, I got out of bed with a deep sigh glaring at the door as I made my way over to it. It's gonna be Gaku. Hey man, what are you doing sleeping the day away? Don't you know what time it is? What time? Didn't the wake up just play? I stayed up all night because of you, bro. You didn't even bring me a snack or anything. Oh, sorry, you were really up all night? I got lost in the sauce once I started. I guess this is really just my thing. Anyways, we're all set. It's so freaking sick, I should be charging an mission. The party doesn't start until the sun goes down, and then we're going to go off. After finishing his excited babbling, Gaku took off running. He's as loud as ever, so it's happening after the sun sets. What's he playing this time? A barbecue or a festival like before? Whatever it is, I'd better keep it to myself for now, or Gaku would never let me hear the end of it. I went to the cafeteria, but just grabbed a light meal to eat in my room. After that, I decided I'd kill time until sunset. Now then, what should I do until nighttime? Rest in bed, time will pass. It's almost nighttime. So, is Gaku here to get me? It's gonna be Edo. Nozomi. Takumi, do you hear? Gaku is having some kind of party. Oh, you don't say. He said he wanted us to all meet in the schoolyard, so Moko and I split up to get everyone. You'll come, won't you? Yeah, of course, the schoolyard, you said. Right, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's been a while since we had any kind of event. I'm sure it'll be fun. Come to think of it, it really has been a while. We've been so busy confronting one truth after another, we hadn't been exactly in the mood for parties. Another thing, can we talk at some point tonight alone? Oh yeah, that's no problem for me. Great, see you then. With that, Nozomi left my room. She wants to talk alone? I wonder what that's about. First up is Gaku's event. I better get to the schoolyard. Takamaru. What's the deal with Gaku's calling us all to the schoolyard? This ain't the time for us to be pissing around. If it's something stupid, I'm so out. By the time I made it to the schoolyard, it was just starting to get dark. Whoa, we having a barbecue? Hell yeah, man. I've never had a barbecue at school before, and we get to do it under the real open sky too. What'd you think? Pretty sweet, right? I set up all on my own. All everything I did. No good deed goes unpunished, huh? But what is he doing here? Ah, sorry. Edo's still getting the cold shoulder. Forget that. Check this out. I want to start making the final preparations. Final preparations. Isn't everything ready? Wait, what's that? That big wooden frame. Is that for the barbecue too? You know it. The piece de resistance. Let's freaking go. Gaku used the lighter to set up a balled up piece of paper alight and tossed it into the middle of the massive wooden frame. The flames immediately spread across the wood. The massive pillar of flames lit up the night sky with a red glow. Wow, it's beautiful. What is this? That is some bonfire. Are we burning up a big piece of trash? I'll stink the place up if you burn me. That's not right. It must be a ritual for burning the dead, a cremation. Are you guys really going to throw me in? Womp womp, run again. The answer is, it's a campfire, isn't it? That's right, a campfire. People used to do this back in the day. They'd all sit around the fire with their pals. At least that's what my little brothers told me when they saw it in some old fairy tale. Even that's a false memory, but still. Ah, shut up, man. Don't keep reminding me. Not bad, Maruko. It's really incredible. I've seen plenty of undiamond flames, but it's just I've never seen a normal fire climb up so high before. The complex is always so strict about open fires. Can't say I blame them knowing it was inside a satellite. If the place went up in flames, it would have been a goddamn disaster. That's right. Which means the people in there have never seen a campfire before. It's just for us here on this planet. How do you like that, huh? You guys jealous? It really is an impressive piece of work. I've never seen anything like it. Me neither. Not counting the time I had the loser gets grilled on the steel plate match, that is. And that was just a false memory anyways. Knock it off, dude. We're all trying to forget that. Maybe we shouldn't try to force ourselves to forget. I mean, even if they're not real, those memories were still really formative for us all, right? So think, why not just treasure them as lovely memories that made us who we are? They didn't actually happen, so we have to keep them alive in our hearts instead. Wow, this is amazing. Shion, you made it. We've been waiting for you. We're having a campfire together. You literally made out fire, so I don't know if that makes a difference to you. But I can't eat with all of you. You can just enjoy the vibes, right? Come on, join us. Okay, if that's good enough for you, I'll be happy to join. Alright, let's forget our worries and woes. Eat until we're stuffed, drink up, and have some fun. Yo, time to party all together now. Edo, are you crying? I can't see the flames like you see them, but I can feel the same light coming from all of you. As fake as they were, your memories were also wonderful. I'm sure some were painful and sad, but you were all loving memories that gave you a reason to live. One word like that. There was no love, no affection, just resentment and hatred. The emotions were what drove me. I was in agony every day. And when I learned they were all fabricated, the hatred that consumed me was nothing but a lie. I honestly wanted to die. I wanted to be free of the pain. I'm so tired of holding to this loathing for so long. But you guys still want to live, even after learning your memories aren't real. Frankly, I envied that. I wish I could feel the same way. That's why I destroyed my eyes. I wanted to see past your outer ugliness, down to the beauty inside. That's one way to let it. I know that even if I want to change, it's not something that's going to come easy, but trying is the only way I'll ever catch up to you guys. My opponent in this fight isn't really the invaders, it's my old self. How much can I change? I'm not so sure myself. But I want to step up to that challenge and find my own reason to live. I won't ask you to have faith in me, but I hope you'll let me fight with you. Someday I can stand alongside you with pride. Hey everyone, I know we've been through some stuff, but I don't think this is the same Edo we once did. Why don't we acknowledge his what a complete waste of our time that monologue was. This whole campfire was for Edo's benefit, wasn't it? Huh? Oh, is that true, Gaku? Well, Takumi did ask me to put something together. I just handled the event plan. If those are the lengths you've gone to, then fine. I won't stand in your way. Man, I don't even care. I'm still starving. Can we get to eating already? Right, let's have ourselves a cute little meal together, so I'm allowed to stay. I have to explain every little thing to you. I thought you at least had enough brain cells to generate a spark. I think she means it's okay, Edo. Thank you. Thank you, my hideous friends. He's never going to stop talking like that, is he? I guess I'll just have to accept it. Okay, then the party commences. Campfire hype. Let's go. As Gaku spoke, we were all surrounded by the massive flame. Well, I thought this would kind of feel barbaric, but eating around a fire like this isn't so bad. The burning flames make such a lovely sound. It's so beautiful too. This is my first time seeing a real fire. Hey, couldn't you have made a campfire in way less time with Shion's help? No way, dude. With stuff like this, the effort you put into getting started is half the fun. I need to remind you, you are strictly forbidden from wasting on dying flames. And what is it we're supposed to be doing after we're done eating anyways? According to what I've read, humanity lived on Earth, they would do things like dance around the fire. Something fun. Come on, guys, let's dance. I'll pass. Me too, it sounds embarrassing. We don't have to do anything in particular, do we? It's fun just chatting and eating. And why don't we talk about things that we normally wanted? We can all expose our most embarrassing stories. Why the hell would you do that? All of our memories are fake, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about anymore. I'm still not doing it. My cringe phase is my secret. Isn't that supposed to be Mr. Atsuki's welcome party? Shouldn't he go first? You want to hear my most embarrassing story? Well, help him back at the complex. Hold it, if you start monologuing, the rest of us won't be able to say anything. And I'll take this opportunity to share a message. 15-year-old Kei Kono from Tokyo Residential Complex has a message for you. So we're trying to forget everything and have fun here. I stepped away from the circle, chatting around the fire to grab a drink when Takumi Nizumi whispered to me. Oh, Nizumi, how's it? Are you having fun? Oh yeah, so much fun. Remember how I mentioned that I want to talk to you with you alone? Right, what was it? I'm gonna come out and just say it. When this is all over, when we get back to your normal life, would you like to go somewhere with me? Huh? We could do karaoke, a movie, a meal, or even go for a walk. Really, I don't mind what we do, so long as we do it together. Sorry to spin this on you all of a sudden. I was just hoping to get something to look forward to. I feel like it would help me get through the fucking death flag. But also, your boy is winning. You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it, okay? That's a massive death flag. Hmm? I opened my eyes to the blue sky unfurling in every direction. No, that's right. Last night, we talked about it until it was almost done. Then we decided we wanted to see the sunrise together. It was so nice that I decided to lay down. I must have dozed off. My foggy brain turned idle thoughts into my head, and as I got off, I felt a strange presence behind me. What the hell? You invaders truly do resemble us in some way, but it is appalling that you would fall asleep and leave yourselves defenseless in the middle of war. You seem to be the leader of the squad. Everything we know could come to an end while you take your little lap, you know? This is a commander, but how? We should have killed them all. Why didn't the alarm sound? What's going on? I was completely overwhelmed with confusion. So can we get back? Oh, those flames. You truly are the second coming. You're really alive. It's been years. You know who I am? Pipe down already. I'm trying to get some sleep. You're a lackadaisy bunch, to be sure. You're on a battlefield now. Huh? Ah, an enemy. There's a freaking enemy here. Huh? How do you get in here? Ah, the alarm didn't sound. Why? Alarm, what are you talking about? I mean, Weko, it's horrible. An enemy got past the alarm system and he's right there. Sir, what's going on? How did this guy get through? The only thing I can think of is he came from up far in the sky or underground. Or that he went straight through the undying flames. Through them? Yeah, if nothing disturbs the flames, the defense system won't detect anything. As we were debating, the others showed up one by one. Who the hell is this guy? Pretty brave of you to come charging in all by yourself. Is he really by himself? He didn't bring any lackeys with him? I just like those things. They go against my principles. That woman's deranged for using them in battle. The woman, do you mean Viexis? I don't like her either. She ousted me from power, locked me up. What are you talking about? That woman ordered me to destroy this place. But I want to know more about how the situation has changed in my absence. More importantly, I want to learn more about you. Prepare for battle. All will be understood when we cross weapons. With that, the commander turned away and put some distance between us. Who's that guy? At any rate, it's time for a defensive battle. Protect the school. Right. That's right. We took our infusers from Sir... Okay, I'm gonna piss.
あいつ何者だ。部隊長はもういないんじゃなか。
Lucy, I thought there weren't any more commanders left. There shouldn't be. I never saw him in my previous 100 days. I never heard anything about him when I was on the other side either. But doesn't he kind of look like the one we saw at the very start? You're right, he's the spitting image, I'd say. We got no way of knowing how strong he really is. Everyone fight with caution. Oh, the skip button is way faster. I get the gist of what you're all about. What the hell are you doing? Why did you de-transform? Hold on, doesn't this give us an opening? If we all go for him now, hold on. Why would he stop me? I wasn't sure of myself, I was so overwhelmed. As a mere ordinary human, I couldn't help but be cowed by his dignified conduct of this line of a man standing before us. Over, you're holding on to sadness and confusion, fighting despair from deep within the faintest glimmer of hope in your heart. You're not all like the wicked, cruel invaders I was told about. You're not wicked or cruel, just unsightly and smelly. Quite you. I want to hear straight from the source. What are you fighting for? Huh? Coming back from death, after death to fight again. Do you solely live to fight to win this war? That would make you no different from those abominable combat organisms created by that woman. I'd rather you didn't associate Kaku with that irrelevant cannon fodder. That's how you first been. Cannon fodder, guinea pigs, slaves, playthings. Did you consider that sense of superiority to be something in wisdom? I suppose all living creatures reach the same endpoint eventually. What are you talking about? Are you trying to make us surrender? If we do, we'll all be killed, won't we? The Exodus will never allow us to live. And then shouldn't you simply accept death? Don't be so ridiculous. We're not going to give up on life. We swore we'd survive this. That's why it pulled us out of despair. That's why we... I heard Nozomi's voice in the distance and everything went red. And then from red to black. Damn, the death flag was for him. Finally, I can think again. How much time has gone by? My head ached as if it had been bludgeoned by a blunt instrument. An instantly drawn-out agony suffocated me, and then suddenly eased off. I abruptly came awake. I was in my familiar place, my room. Takumi, Nozomi? Thank goodness you're awake. Are you okay? Yeah, but what's going on? What happened to me? That strange commander did it. He lopped off your head completely without warning. Of course, we brought you back with a revival magic as soon as we could, but then you wouldn't wake up. Takamaru and the others brought you to your bed. I see. I decided to stay behind you, just in case something happened. I'm so glad to see you're okay now. What happened with Dalexia? How did the battle go after I was gone? We better go to the war room before we talk about that. Everyone's there already. Okay, but can you walk? Yeah, I'm fine. Come on, let's get going. Everyone's eyes snapped towards me as I stepped into the war room. Takumi, you finally got your ass up. How wonderful. Are you okay? Yeah, no problems here. Sorry for causing concern. My premonition showed me that you'd return to us. I knew you'd be okay. I was prepared to modify your body in the event you didn't wake up, though. Anything but that. More importantly, what happened with Dalexia? After he chopped off your head, he left quietly, all on his own. Quietly? He seemed pretty confident he could kill us whenever he wanted. He said the matter with the sun was settled now, and that he'd be back. Then he left. You're lucky all you lost was a head. Being immortal and all, I bet you barely felt a thing. No, I definitely felt something. Dying is the worst feeling ever. It wasn't nice for us seeing our friend get decapitated either. This calling up, puke like a fountain, all over your severed head. He's kidding, right? Of course he is, obviously, haha. I can't believe there's still another commander out there. Talk about rotten luck. Who is he? He didn't seem to be a fan of the Exodus, at least. Maybe they're a part of an uneasy alliance or something. Whatever Dalexia's story is, he's a powerful foe. Our attacks hardly put a dent on him. Is it even possible for us to defeat someone like that? We have to. Only losers think about losing. He said he'd be back, right? That probably means we'll be fighting to the death next time. We're pretty lucky he thought so little of you as to give you time to prepare. Now you can train up and face him in peak condition. But you should rest for today. That goes for Shion too. Alright, but how are we going to do this? We'll need some kind of plan, right? Who needs plans? It's all about guts and glory. The hell are you deciding about? If you weren't a girl, I'd slap that look right off your face. Moving swiftly on, it's clear that commander is unlike any of your previous foes. You're going to have to be ready for anything. He was unlike any commander we faced before, and not just in terms of strength. He had a different attitude from those two. He even let us go when he had a chance to kill us. It sounded like he disliked the Exodus, and he seemed to be testing us. But none of that changes the fact that we'll have to kill him. We can't just surrender and choose death. We're going to have to fight him and win. How do we break through that ironclad defense? I don't have the foggiest idea. If we can't defeat the final commander, we're going to die without ever getting to VXs. We swore we'd fight and live on. We can't die after getting this far. We need to come up with a way to defeat him somehow. Eido's going to come with the plan. Poison. I've been thinking about our problem nonstop, but I wasn't even close to a breakthrough. I'm starving. I guess I should go to the cafeteria. So does anyone have any good ideas? Sorry, I'm so useless. All I can do is create waste and take up valuable oxygen. Then we're going to have to confront our opponent head on. Strong sound, no cheap tricks. You got the jump on us before, so we didn't have the spirit on us. Next time we'll show them what we're made of. Fight with those huge size already. How about you change genders real quick so I could pop you one? But man, what round luck. I can't believe there's another super strong enemy we have to deal on top of VXness. You said Galaxia looked like the first commander that attacked us, right? We were at the other campus back then, so we had missed out on that. Yeah, they looked almost exactly alike. Please, I beg you, don't kill me. We killed the commander even after he begged for his life, and now we have to face his father. His ridiculously strong, practically invincible father. Maybe that's karma coming back to punish us. In our fault, we only killed that Mervrum guy because he attacked us first. But Galaxia is not like the other commanders, is he? He's hostile to VXness too. Couldn't we try to work something out with them and try to end the war peacefully? You think the guy who chopped off Mr. Sumino's head off is just going to call it quits and sing Kumbaya? Don't talk about the beheading, it's all coming back. But surely there's a chance we could talk to him. No way, how can any future trust us at this stage? The same goes for us. After everything that's happened, we can't trust them either. They might even pretend to be peaceful to deceive it. That's happening in your future, right? You're not wrong. So we're stuck fighting until one side is completely wiped out. I know it's brutal, but what war isn't, especially when the survival of an entire species is at stake. At stake. We'll never be able to join forces. It's them or us. You've already made up your minds anyways, haven't you? Well, even if we wanted to try talking, we'll have to weaken him first. But figuring out how to do that is the problem. Our attacks hardly affected him. Maybe if Shion gave it everything he had, we could get somewhere. We might have a glimpse if he fights at full power, but relying on that alone is risky. He's been a little unstable recently, too. He's not even here today. A way to do damage to this ultra tough commander. We can't just scratch him from the outside, so what if we kill him from the inside instead? Sounds like Yugamu has an idea. You said you found a way to attack the enemy from the inside in the last timeline, right? Are you suggesting we use poison? I've already begun researching it. I'm developing a virus that only attacks cryptoglobin. I was able to extract all kinds of fluids thanks to Eva and her willingness to help me. All kinds of fluids, but similar to the ones you told us about. This won't have any effect unless the target ingests a large quantity. How do you get the enemy to consume it last time? Last time we used it on a commander that absorbed Ima and the others. Nozomi swallowed the poison herself, got absorbed intentionally. I see, since it only works on cryptoglobin, the effects should be lessened for Nozomi since its power was weaker for her. Well, we're fighting someone else this time, so we can't use the same trick. In that case, I'll have to try altering the poison so it can be transmitted by other means. Do you think you'll have time? Well, there's no telling when Galaxia might come again. If push comes to shove, we might have to cram someone with the poison right down his throat. In response to Takamaru's suggestion, everyone's gaze turned to Sir. Why are you all looking at me? I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure you're on the same page. That can only be a good thing. You wouldn't let me help. I'm not sure how useful I'll be, but still. Thanks. It'll be quite heartening to have you as my assistant. I want to check on Shion. I'm worried about how he's holding up. Then take me with you. He might not be able to hear me, but I want to let him know I'm there for him anyways. As you wish. Let's get going then. Those two have the poison handle. I'll just have to do whatever I can while they're working on it. Okay. Free time.
Minna, 就寝時間だよ。今日も一日お疲れ様でした。仲間のため、人類のため、よく頑張ってくれたね。ゆっくりね。総員起床時間だよ。
Production troops. Yeah, it's 90th day. It's your 90th day. Okay. Go to the cafeteria. Let's see what happened. I expect to see Shion, but Yugumu and Nozomi aren't here. They must be working on the poison. Did you see the morning announcement about the messages? I wonder who sent them. There could be actresses or idols, bro. It's nobody you know. You don't have a single friend in the complex. Oh, don't bring that up. It is kind of depressing knowing none of our members are real friends, family, all of it. I never did have friends, so... Well, you have us. We'll be besties forever, given that, even after this is over. But the end is really coming. It's already day 90. I don't know if I'm ready to say goodbye to the school yet. I spent most of the time here, either off campus or in the cage. By the way, how did you spend your time when you were with the invaders, Miss Atsuki? Want to hear about that? It's a long tale of adventure and intrigue, you know? Well, pass. Sounds like a waste of time to me. You're all aware we still have two challenges awaiting us before day 100. Wouldn't it be best if we concentrated on overcoming them? Shizumaru is right. The days ahead are going to be harder than ever. I, for one, need to be more on guard than ever. Since alarms don't work for Dalexia, which means I can't stand around here flapping my jaw. I'll be heading back now. You're always just showing out of nowhere. At any rate, we need to get ready for our next battle. I hope Yugumu and Nozomi managed to rework the poison in time. We'd have to trust that they would. There wasn't anything the rest of us could do about that. There's no sense just waiting around for Nozomi anymore. What should I do today? Just sleep. Because that's what I should be doing too. No fucking hell.
Soin, 就寝時間です。本というわ。
Huh? Taki, you're awake. But thank goodness you're awake now. Welcome back, Taki. So is it a dream? All of it? It's all gonna be okay. I'm always by your side. You know that, right? Just like how you always protect me, I'm sure to protect you too. Taki, I love you. What the fuck happened? Good morning, rise and shine. Give it for your 91st day. I dream about Kurua, who only exists in my memories. Until now, the dreams had always strengthened my resolve to keep fighting. But now I knew they weren't spontaneous. They had been induced artificially to give me motive to fight and raise this planet. Even for all that, memories of my days with Kurua are still precious to me. They may not be real, but that feeling is. I'm just not fighting for her anymore. I have my other reasons too. I just have to make this work. Kumi, what's the matter? You look totally ghastly. Do you have a nightmare? A nightmare? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Well, that can totally happen. It's normal given the situation we're in. We're down to less than 10 days now, so let's hustle. 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. For us, it equals 200 because we're 10 times stronger. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't stay up holding in there anymore. I only have a few days left. I want to spend as much time as I can with you guys. You're right. When this war is over, we'll have to say goodbye for real. I was just starting to warm up to him too. I feel it's important to treasure my time with all of you because it's so limited. And our hardships aren't over yet. The most brutal battle of all still awaits us. So let's do it together. We're not alone. We have each other. We can overcome this together as friends. I know we can do it. When you put it that way, we just have to find a way for sure. Yeah, let's do it. We got this. We got this. We won't lose, guys. We'll take back our future with our own hands. Oh my, it's really lovely to have such ugly friends supporting each other.
みんな、就寝時間。
And he's attempt again hit the hay. Whatever, you got it. Day 90 was done. There's not much time left. There's no future for us. Yeah. I skipped way too much there. I don't really care what you said. Ah, fuck it. I'll look at it. Well, I guess I better get up. First up, I ought to hustle to the cafeteria and need to build some stamina for the last attack. What's up, Ado? Good morning. Took me on your way to the cafeteria? I was too, but since I can't see, I've lost my way. Would you mind holding my hand and leading the way? Don't be shy. We're comrades who support each other now. Hell no, figure it out yourselves. Haha, not surprised. I knew you'd say that. I suppose I have to navigate in my own way. Lost my ass. No sign of Zomi and Yugumu today either. They've been experimenting together day in and day out. I'm going to bring them something to eat. Maybe I should go too. Some amanita porridge might help perk them up. I think that's more likely to put them to sleep permanently. Is it really okay that they're spending all this time together? Don't you have any problems with that, Mr. Sumino? Why would I? Besides, they're doing this for us. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't on my mind, but I know those two must be working frantically right now. Do you think they'll have the poison ready in time? If they don't, we're going to have to come up with another plan. Oh, speak of the devil, huh? My hearing's gotten better since I lost my sight. I can hear their footsteps. Sorry for the wait. We finished modifying the poison. Really? It's done? Yeah, but I've been working on steps, so I'm dead tired now. Could someone please bring me a nice cold cola? With ice and lemon, ideally, please. I'll give you enough to drown in later. Just hurry up and tell us about the poison. Oh, for the love of murder, you don't know how to treat a man. So how did you alter the poison? How's it going to work on the enemy? I tested out a few different ways, but in the way one stood out as the best and most effective way to administer it. That's an aerosol. Arizona? What the hell are you talking about? Aerosol, you simpleton. It's a fine mist that can be inhaled. You're all in high school, right? Haven't you learned anything at all? Shut up, it's not my fight. High school was just a false memory anyways. In other words, we vaporize the poison and get Dalexia to inhale it. The problem is that it takes longer than usual for it to take effect. We can't use that at close range without getting caught in it either. Man, there's always some freaking catch. It sounds way more promising than trying to chuck a vial of it in his mouth though. So what are we going to do? How are we going to get him to breathe poison? I guess we have to fill syrup and throw him at the enemy. Actually, I have an idea about that. How about a trap? We can make some kind of landmine that emits gas when tripped. Traps were kind of curvous, then I'll take a shot in her place. Are you sure you can handle that? You've been working so non-stop on the poison already. I'll be alright. There's no time to rest. In fact, I'll launch into you right away. Just let us know if you're feeling tired, okay? I'll send you an encouraging song in my mellifluous voice. Thanks, Moko. I'm sure that'll perk me up. And I can bring you an insect hot pot that will fill you up with energy. I'll let you know if that's something I need. And tell me you really need to learn how to say no. After that, we finished eating breakfast and set to training for our next defensive battle. I need to do whatever I can too. I wish there was an option to just super rest, get rid of the entire day. Shoot, bedtime again. The enemy didn't come, but that doesn't mean I could lose focus. Our remaining time here will determine our destiny. We need to survive this for us and for all the people lost along the way too. 7 days until day 100. Start before the morning announcement, probably as soon as the sun rose. I leapt out of bed, awakened by the sun blaring of the alarm. The alarm? Intruder alert, intruder alert. Defensive mode initiated. All available troops prepare for combat. It's Alexia, he's finally here. This is it. Time for our showdown. Is everyone ready? Here you are. Is it Alexia? Yes, he walked right in. He brought plenty of lackeys with him too, so that's why the alarm went off this time. He really intends to finish us, doesn't he? Well, it's pretty bold of him to come just straight in. It almost seems like he was waiting for morning to come. Enough about that. What about the poison gas trap? I managed to finish it. Thank goodness I spent all night working on it. Sweet, nice going, Nozomi. The thing is, I was only able to make one, so we'll only have one chance at this. That's all we need. More importantly, are you feeling okay after not sleeping? Of course, I'm not concerned about that right now. Here's the trap. You put it on the ground like a regular landmine. When an enemy comes in range, it will trip the sensors and activate automatically. I want to find a place to set this. Once in place, I'll need you to lure Dalexia. So when it goes off, he'll inhale the poison. If that weakens him, we might finally be able to land some attacks. But considering how strong he is, it'll still be tough beating him even if he's not at full strength. We're just going to have to work together to make that happen. I'll act as support. I'll provide you with instructions from here. I'll ask for the Shion. Is he okay? I'm right here. Sorry for the delay. I'm in fighting form, ready to strike when the time comes. Just let me know whenever you need me. How wonderfully reassuring as always. Well, then, it's about time to get this done. You dig it, sucker? Everyone, we have to win this. Forget about everything else and give it everything you got. It's go time. Initiate defensive battle. Let us begin. Come and prepare to die. You sure brought a lot of minions this time. I thought you hated them. I wanted to come alone, but I was forced to yield to that woman and her incessant nagging. If you can't defeat this rabble, you'll never reach me. Let's do it then, motherfucker. I hope you're ready to die too. That's the spirit. Okay, everyone, let's go. Sir, help us out with your intel. Roger that, Kirifuji. We're counting on you. Of course, I've got this. What is this? It's worked. Now troops will always be incapacitated. No, it's dangerous to counter right away. There's still gas lingering in the vicinity. Take care of the enemies around the commander. You can finish things with him later. Is this poison gas? Oh, incredible. I never would have thought there was poison that could work on me. I underestimated you. Fortunately, I didn't want to go with such an underhanded tactic. There's no such thing as underhanded on the battlefield. War is when conflicting injustices collide, where any and all means are used to secure victory. All the more so when it's a battle for the survival of your own species. You must do whatever it takes. That's why you sided with the invaders despite your future in blood, is it not? You noticed? I told you, didn't I? Crossing swords allowed me to understand you better. I finally realized what you're fighting for in this battle. You're not only fighting for a cause, you're simply fighting for your own survival, aren't you? So what? A cause would just be an excuse anyways. Indeed, I understand. I am the same, fighting for myself. I'm not to live. I'm fighting to die. To die? Having lived civilian lives until recently, I don't suppose you'll understand the feeling. Right about that. I don't get you at all. That's quite alright. More importantly, it's time to finish this. You or me. Let's see who will survive. What's this? I didn't ask for reinforcements. You're seeking a place to die then. How pitiful. Yeah, so I've lost. The time of my destruction is upon me. I have no regrets. I die a warrior. Is a warrior's death the kind of death you were looking for? But of course, when I fought the woman, I was ousted from my position as hero in prison. I had a spirit of dying in that emptiness. I'm truly grateful you all to spirit, because now I can die on the battlefield as a warrior. I gotta say, I really don't get what you're all about. All forms of life just want to live, right? That seems to be the case for all of you. That's why you're all fighting. But in my eyes, you all look so pitiful. You carry the blood of this planet, and yet you are forced to fight to destroy it. Never permitted even to the release of death. What makes you any different from those being referred to as minions or lackeys? I told you not to associate Kako with those nobodies. What even are they? The way you're talking, they sound more than just battle pets. They're casualties of this war. Soldiers from your side who are taken prisoner, and futurants with no hope of recovery. You're born through biological experimentation, living weapons who only exist to fight. What? So those things are really normal futurants and people from Earth? That's horrible. It's costly to create a bioweapon from scratch. It takes as much effort as training a soldier in the conventional way. Though that woman created those disgraceful things instead. I told her it was an affront to God. Well, that simply got me overthrown. So those voices we were hearing, those sorrowful cries that sounded so out of place on the battlefield, they are voices of people who died in this war. War truly is the mother of atrocity. It makes it easy to do something no one would even consider in a peaceful world. Humanity is just as bad in all that hideousness. Our existence speaks to that. That's why I say you're pitiful. You would destroy the planet because you wish you lived. We would cut down any and all life to achieve this. Complete strangers, men, women, elderly, children. All of you go to such lengths to survive. You look like monsters in my eyes. Why are you so fixated on living? Well, no need to answer. I just want you to understand that you're not the heroes of the story. More importantly, it's time to finish me off. Grim me a death of a warrior. You call being killed by invaders a proud death? Ridiculous. A senile old fool to the very end. You son of a, you freaking abomination. Abomination? You dare speak that way to someone so superior? You bet we do. Killing your friends and turning innocent people into bioweapons? You're a total freak. How amusing that the invaders think they're on the side of justice. All of this is because you came here. You caused this. The same goes for the tragedy about to unfold. Understood good and well. This is your own doing. What tragedy? The end is nigh. It's time for me to put an end to this war in all my splendor. Then I'll become God. God of a new era.
どうやらでもそうだな。
まあ待て。私が
It certainly is every day. Everyone gets to witness in such of a new deity. I prepare an event befitting of a momentous occasion. Our battle will take place then. An event. You'll find out soon when the time comes. Wait with bated breath so that you may behold my rebirth as the one true God. We have to fight her. For our survival, for our friends, we have to fight. No matter how hard I tried to steal myself, the cruelty of the truth nearly broke my heart. But one thing is clear. Nexus wouldn't hesitate to come and try to kill us. Okay, I'm going to end the stream here. I gotta sleep.